Hello, everyone. Today, I will be discussing why recruiting is essential for an organization. This presentation was created by Anaval Madrano and Brennan Wood. Here, we have provided a brief outline of what we plan to discuss during this presentation. We will cover why organizations should recruit and why recruiters should work towards matching the organization's strategic plan in their recruiting efforts. Next, we will cover organizational branding, followed by replacing employees and business growth. To sum up our presentation, we will discuss overcoming skill gaps. Recruiting and retaining the best talent allows a company to be successful. According to Lawler, talent selection decisions are an increasingly important determinations of success. For many organizations, they are the most important decisions they make, often committing the organizations to high cost and major investments in time and analysis. Also, for successful organizations, change has always been part of the formula, but to be successful in the future, an organization needs to adapt to new business practices and talent. This is where recruitment comes in. Recruiters can assist the change process by looking for talent that fit the organization's needs and are able to adapt. Lots of professions require constant training to stay up to date with the latest technologies and policies. Therefore, finding the right talent can ensure organizations remain competitive. Finally, recruiting the right talent that fits the organization's culture helps reduce employee turnover and can increase morale within the organization. According to Gospel, many employers understand the importance of hiring for cultural fit, and research shows that many who fit well into their companies express greater job satisfaction, perform better, and are more likely to remain with the same organization for a longer period. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, strategic planning is the process of identifying an organization's long-term goals and objectives and then determining the best ways to achieve them. The overall goal of strategic planning is to achieve competitive advantage in the private sector or efficiency and excellence in the public and nonprofit sectors through comprehensive long-range planning. During the strategic planning meetings, two important questions are asked that the recruitment process can assist in. Where do we want to be and how do we get there? The where do we want to be can be answered by looking at the current talent pool within the organization and determine what skills we need. This can be done by reviewing current job descriptions and job specifications and update them for the organization needs. The second question of how do we get there can be solved by looking at the organization's recruitment method and updated as needed. The goal is to transition to a strategic method of recruitment. This allows recruiters the ability to align their recruitment strategy with the organization's business strategy by working with the organization leadership to match their recruitment effort with where the company is and where it is going. Researchers have examined the benefits of employer branding. Aboella, in reviewing existing studies, found that the perceived roles include creating and maintaining a desirable consumer image, strengthening the firm's financial performance, increasing the returns of the shareholders, developing a positive identity, boosting client satisfaction, raising investment returns, and enhancing recruitment and retention rates. The findings reported the role of employer branding in supporting an organization to become an employer of choice in various ways. In the current market, maintaining and establishing an online presence is significant. Current employees, potential employees, and consumers visit the organization's website and observe its operations. Brand identity comprises the viable aspect of the brand, such as design and color, that helps in distinguishing the brand from its competition. People always check what the current employees say about the working conditions and cultures of the firm. Creating a strong employer brand through online presence helps in increasing awareness about the brand, which consequently contributes to be an employer of choice. Employer branding improves the recruitment cycle. The online presence is essential for an organization since it affects the recruitment process. Potential employees navigate a firm's website and other relevant social media sites to determine the nature of its culture and working environment before applying for a job. If the company's employer brand is positive and has a robust online presence, job applicants will want to associate with that entity. An outstanding employer image draws encouraging attention to an entity, thus assisting in promoting its hiring process. A renowned employer brand aids a company in becoming the employer of choice through positive reviews and a robust online presence. Recruiting in regard to replacing employees is especially important. Ultimately, as the human resources specialist and recruiter of your organization, we want to ensure there's a smooth transition between recruiting qualified talent and filling the vacant position in a timely manner. The longer an unfilled position remains vacant, the more money that will cost your organization in the long run due to decreased productivity. Time to fill is the number of days between when a job requisition is approved and the day an offer is accepted by the candidate. According to the most recent Society for Human Resource Management study, the average time to fill for an organization is about 41 days. That is over a month that a position is going vacant, which, like I mentioned before, will cost your organization greatly. As the HR specialist, you will want to be aware and constantly recruiting to ensure you have the human capital on demand to fill different positions when needed. Sometimes we can expect vacancies and begin planning to ensure we have the talent to fill those spots. Whether an employee has been promoted up in the organization, transferred to another section, or has reached retirement age, we can forecast these vacancies and begin recruiting to replace those employees. This is ideal because then we can reduce the time to fill for required positions. Other times, though, we may come across unexpected vacancies in our organization, such as employees putting in their 2 weeks notice or even quitting on the spot, having to terminate an employee for whatever the reason, an unforeseen death, and even short notice FMLA leave, which will put out an employee for up to several months. These types of vacancies are unexpected. Therefore, recruiting and identifying talent is critical so you as the HR professional can replace employees as quickly and efficiently as possible. Business growth is imperative in today's competitive economy and should be strived for by every organization. There are countless benefits in different ways for a business to grow, but typically you can measure a business's success by growth in revenue, sales, company value, profits, and number of employees. But how can we as HR professionals recruit the right people to contribute to our organization's overall growth? Creating a strategic recruitment plan that targets high quality talent the first time around will ensure business growth. We need to have a recruiting strategy that is based on our organization's values and vision for the future. Having a strong employment brand and marketing our business image and values to the public will help us attract the talent market we desire. It is especially important for us to focus on positions within our organization that will have the highest business impact. So marketing to and finding skilled talent to fill these jobs, priorities, and targets will be instrumental to business growth. Essentially, making sure the right person is in the right job will ensure that tasks are getting done and goals are being met. But it all starts with recruiting and making sure that we hire the right people who are highly qualified, have the right skills, are motivated, and will fit in with the organization's values and culture. If we can accomplish these things, then strategic recruiting will equal business growth. According to an article published on the website Search Solution, evidence suggests that skill gaps in the workplace are a leading cause of performance loss within organizations, and there is an enduring disparity in the skill-based needs of employers and the skills present in the workforce. Typically, one of the first things that can be done to address the issue of skill gaps is to either train or dismiss current employees. Giving employees the proper training to teach them the skills needed to perform is ideal to save overall time and money. But if an employee is unable to overcome a skill gap, then either relocating them to a different position or dismissing them is a potential reality. Searching for and recruiting qualified candidates who already have the skills needed is one of the best ways to overcome your organization's skill gaps. One strategy for overcoming this problem is to widen the pool of applicants and to be open to hiring non-traditional applicants focusing more on knowledge, skills, and abilities they present rather than traditional credentials. A skills-based hire will ensure you find the talent needed to perform the position you are recruiting for. Once you have the right talent hired and placed within your organization, it is still important to invest in training and education programs to help them develop with your organization. Encouraging them to learn and grow will only ensure that they have the knowledge and skills needed to perform well and contribute to the growth of the business. Today, we covered why organizations should recruit and why recruiters should work towards matching the organization's strategic plan and their recruiting efforts. We also covered organizational branding, followed by replacing employees and business growth. Finally, we discussed overcoming skill gaps. Thank you for viewing our presentation.